Look at that zone at the bottom there. That pink one, not the very busy, that pink. When I see that pink one, I'm like, there's not much going on over there. Can you imagine being all the way down there? That might be what, maybe 15, 20 miles?
Northport is 30 minutes south of here.
So approximately, maybe about 20 something miles.
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's where I live normally, so I commute up to Sarasota.
I got you.
Or I'll work in, say, like Venice and stuff, pretty much depending on what I have going on. I'll work all the different zones.
All right. So one last question I have about this right here, and then we'll get into some other stuff. Like, since I've worked in like the UTC Mall, and I've worked in Sarasota. Sarasota was actually my preferred choice between Bradenton and Sarasota, right? Sarasota was actually really booming back then for me on Uber Eats. I was trying to get acclimated with DoorDash in that area, but DoorDash was just sending me to some random places I didn't want to go. Right? And you see the stress, I had to rub my face. like DoorDash, come on, bro, you tripping. So the thing is, working in those zones over there, I remember what my experience was like, and it was very, very busy, like it says in the picture on the right. It was very busy. It could be very lucrative. You guys don't suffer from like oversaturation over there, right?
We surprisingly do.
You do?
Yeah, especially say in other apps like Walmart, Spark, it's really bad over here.
Okay.
DoorDash, it's real. Yeah, like it's gotten better with, of course, all the verification stuff that's going on across all the apps.
Mm-hmm.
But also that's another reason why I think DoorDash is testing out this zone change, is to alleviate some of that saturation. They're more likely to pull drivers out of the zone, and then it opens up other drivers being able to get offers.
But why not try this in a bigger city? You think they scared to try it in a bigger city?
I don't think you understand how big we are land-wise over here.
No, I know. I just said I work over there. I know exactly how big it is over there, man. To some level, at least, because I didn't go every single place in Sarasota and Bradenton, but I have traveled up and down 75, man, and that traffic sucks at times.
Yeah, as soon as you hit Northport now, you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic.
And sometimes
all the way up past Bradenton.
And sometimes the traffic, I'm like, well, why are we in traffic? What's the issue?
No birds in the left lane.
It's like, come on. But this entire thing though, it just makes me happy, and I'll tell you why. Right? DoorDash has been on a path of fixing things, and I can't hate on them for fixing things, right? Or for trying to fix things. Sometimes coming from, you were a driver back in 2018. I don't know if you remember those outages that DoorDash had, right?
We call that server maintenance.
And it used to happen consistently every freaking week. Like, bruh, come on, right? But being a driver that came from that era, and I really call it an era, the pre-COVID era, that was an entirely different experience. And I feel like that experience taught us veteran drivers how to really dash and really work our markets, right? Versus this is almost like DoorDash is feeding drivers with I don't want people to feel some type of way about what I'm saying, but it's almost like DoorDash is giving you food with like on a platinum spoon, not a gold or a silver, no, a platinum, where they're literally trying to tell you raise your acceptance rate to get to platinum, and then we will give you the best of the best, right? At least,
yeah.
At least that's what they're saying. Is that your experience? Are you a platinum driver or not?
Yeah.
You're a platinum driver.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
All right. Come for him in the comment section, all you cherry pickers. Right. But I am on my way to be platinum because I know I have seen things, I have heard things, and I remember working your area, and I know how lucrative it was back then. This was a few years ago. And I could only imagine with all the improvements DoorDash has had over the what was that? You got cars giving you lights, man? But I remember with all the experience that I had in your area and with all these new improvements that DoorDash is having, I am very interested to know, especially with this zone thing, how much more is coming down the pipeline. Because I know, only from my experience coming from the pre-COVID era, I now know there's got to be something over there. And if you are standing from 2018, you're here in a news reporter form, and you're giving me this information as to, man, hey, you know, and I'm a platinum dasher, like, and I've worked your area. I know how lucrative it is. And I actually know some managers, some restaurant managers that were actually pulled from that area to work over here. Bonefish Grill. I know a manager that was pulled from over there to come over here because I guess they were trying to improve it over here. But then I had a sidebar with them and I asked, like, what was Bonefish like over there? And then he was like, oh, Bonefish was crazy busy. So I'm like, how did I miss Bonefish? I didn't get any Bonefish when I was there. Is Bonefish one of your spots?
It's for the catering apps, yes, I'll get them every so often. I get more like in regards to restaurants like that, I'll see a lot more like Carrabba's and stuff.
Yeah, I got you. But all in all, man, you know, I just wanted to at least get your perspective on this entire thing with DoorDash in 2025. And I guess I'll just ask you, like, how do you feel about the progress of DoorDash from 2018 to now?
Outside of course, we got the glory days of like base pay and stuff, but outside of that, I feel the app's progressing more in the right direction and stuff, especially with everything I'm seeing. And I'm probably in the minority, but with the direction I'm seeing things going, I'm thinking platinum is going to mean more than ever as we progress forward with things.
And yeah, I know it will be difficult to get the platinum, and I feel it. I think I said this to a driver today or a few days ago, but I said, the way that things are going, something is coming. I don't know what it is, but something is coming. And I don't know if it's going to be positive, and I can't see why it wouldn't be more positive, especially with a platform like DoorDash that is now trying to improve based on what I've been seeing as far as like their commercials and the message in their PR. It's like they are really like zeroing in on providing this quality service, you know, and even in like from the customer's perspective, I'm hearing more customers saying more positive things about DoorDash versus how it used to be a few years ago with people taking dumps and shit in trash cans, right? So it's like now I see so much more positive for DoorDash, and also seeing that their share prices, their stock prices is gone up crazily high, in my opinion. Some people will say it's inflated. Some people will say like, oh man, that's right on par. I feel like $180 and a little bit higher, whatever, with all the moves that they're making. Basically, the point that I'm getting at, without rambling on even more, Tyler, is at first I hated DoorDash with their bullshit. And now I have to like respect DoorDash with their bullshit. Because DoorDash is actually making some moves that as a businessman, I'm like, yo, okay.
Yep.
I can't hate on them for making business moves, and the way that they just kind of like slowly creeped into this zone thing. I'm like, wait, what? What else you got coming down the pipeline? So I appreciate your time, Tyler.
They're coming for me.
But I appreciate your time, brother. I know I could not have spoken on this by myself because I'm not one to, if I'm not gaining the real experience when I'm out on the road, I can't really talk about it. So you are out there, you receive the email, you see the changes, and I appreciate you sharing this with me so I could then share it with the audience. So any last words that you have for the audience so I can let you get back to work, sir? Because I feel like you missing money. That's why you heard them sirens. Got to get back to work.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. It's a beautiful night.
It is. You had a bunch of rain over there a couple of days ago, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So any last words for the audience, brother?
Where does a pirate usually hang out?
On his ship.
The Caribbean.
Okay. Was that a jab? Because you know I'm from the Caribbean? What are you saying?
That was the joke. It was a play on the joke of you being from the Caribbean and then Pirates of the Caribbean.
Why you said it two different ways? Are you playing on the words there? You trying to confuse me? Huh?
And then, did you see that new restaurant concept called Up Dog?
No.
Want to know what it is?
No. I feel like you're setting me up. But for the audience, what is it?
What's up, dog?
Man, Tyler, hey, listen. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, brother. I appreciate it. Because I would love to if whatever additional information you could provide in the future, right, with any changes regarding these zones, and if it's more of a positive experience or negative experience. I know you're still on the fence trying to test things out, trying to see how it really works. There are some downsides to it, but you're also finding some positives to it as well. If you wouldn't mind sharing that stuff with me in the future, so I could then maybe bring you back on here and we could talk about it again, maybe a few months from now. Would you be willing?
Yeah, that's fine.
The same news type setup, news reporter setup.
I can if you want.
Yeah. This is dope, man. I like it. And the lights flashing on you too. Yep. So anyway, brother, I appreciate your time, and fam, clap it up for Tyler. Right? Clap it up for Tyler, and we'll see you in the next one. So Tyler, you gotta deuce it out, bro. Come on.
Deuces.
Oh yeah. What time it is, D-fam? Yeah. It's time to what? Go get your money.